Unfortunately, I like gambling, so I will be using it.
Give me all your money! Wait, give me them lips, boy.
Probably a good chance I'd accidentally myself, and maybe some people nearby. James, how much do you know about Hunter x Hunter?
Decent amount, Rufus. What about you?
Don't ask me questions. Will, how much do you know about Hunter x Hunter?
Everything there is to know. How about you, Rufus?
Don't ask me questions. We're here talking about Hunter x Hunter Nen abilities and whether or not we could use them in real life and whether we would just ourselves accidentally and everyone else around us. We're going to rank these on a scale of trust me, bro, probably trust me with it. It's a gamble, probably shouldn't trust me with it, and I will end up myself and everyone around me by accident or misuse.
Which is probably where I think most of these will go.
I think there's a good chance that a lot of these will go there. Yeah. Netero with his 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva. It's a multi-armed Nen construct. You have to activate it every time with a prayer. So every time you want to like hit someone, you have to pray, and it can attack 1,000 times a minute. However, you're not Chairman Netero. You're just you using this. How quickly can you pray?
It depends. So, like, when we get the ability, right? If it's say we have the ability, have we instantly been giving it at the power that we know it of?
I think you're James, and you just wake up one morning in this world. You know, you're aware of the fact that you have the 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva ability. You just know you can do it.
Like, it doesn't. It's not like a one that's like an accidental misfire, or you could like actually like destroy a building you're in and it'll come down on you or something like that.
Yeah, you need
like,
to be like in a massive field or a canyon where you can just do unlimited damage, and it doesn't really matter to people. Where on the scale are we saying you can trust you with this ability, though?
Well, so definitely probably shouldn't trust me, I think. But I don't think I'm likely to myself by accident.
I think the question is, what do we define as a prayer? Now, it depends, because obviously he's worked out his prayer style, which is to put his hands together and then do a sort of very typical punch, and then he has 100 different moves that he can use. If you change, the prayer to jorking it, you can jork it very quick, right? So let's say you 100 type jorking it.
So
and given I'm not religious, that could be an option.
Yeah, jorking is
exactly right. And all you have to do is boom, boom.
All 100 types done at once.
I think Will, that makes you overpowered, and therefore I'm going to say we probably shouldn't trust any of us with the 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva. All right, I put this one in as a bit of a joke because it's aura synthesis. It's Meruem's ability, and it means that you would have to eat someone to gain their aura.
Trust me, bro.
I think we could all be trusted with this to not go around eating people.
As a non-cannibal, it seems to be a non-issue. Hey, arrest me! I don't like cannibals. Arrest me.
Bandit's secret. Will, can you give me all the prerequisites for Bandit's secret?
Everything right now.
So off the top of my head, I remember that I believe that the rules to it are he has to witness and or have the attack used against him.
Yep.
7 steps.
7? Put me out of this discussion.
No, there's 4 steps. There's 4 steps. Main steps. There's other parts to it.
I don't remember the steps, and therefore I think that I would myself. Not by accident or misuse, just out of sheer annoyance.
Sheer social embarrassment when you think you've copied the ability and then you go to use it and nothing happens because you missed a step. Like,
yeah. I think I wouldn't get any of the steps. I'd be like, what did I forget to do? I didn't open my fucking book, did I?
You see the person perform it, or you witness it with your own eyes.
Yep.
You then have to ask relevant questions about the ability to the person.
Yep.
And then if we're close, because he has to have them touch his book, his Nen book.
Yep.
All that needs to be done within an hour.
Those are the 4 key steps for copying an ability. Crazy restrictions. I'll be honest, in a world where you have woken up and you have the ability of Bandit's secret.
Would you even know how to use it?
I'm saying you wake up with all these abilities and you know the restrictions and how to use it.
I'd be in trust me, bro, because I just couldn't be asked to use it.
Yeah, I think
in hindsight, we should have probably taken a BuzzFeed quiz about what our Nen types are, so that we can also determine how suited we would be with them.
Should we do that at the end? We'll do a special BuzzFeed.
Yes, a special behind the scenes.
Awesome. I can't wait to find out that I'm not an enhancer.
I already know I'm an enhancer.
I'm not an enhancer.
I know I'm an enhancer. Frustratingly.
I'd be an aura pharmacist, whoever one that is.
So Bandit's secret, trust me, bro.
Too long.
Yeah, too much effort to actually use because we're lazy. I like this ability so much, and I think the real world applications of this ability are crazy. This is Ponzu and her ability, bee manipulation. She can manipulate bees.
The power to give anaphylactic shock.
Imagine a world where you can control bees. I don't know what the restrictions are on how many you can control, but even a hive. You give me a hive of bees, I'm lethal. But also, I could just farmer.
Well, I don't know what the range is
Yeah,
though, because he
farmer.
said that, but
Florist.
she has her own. But she has her own bees. Like she wears a beehive.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Yeah,
go
she's
not that
that.
trained.
many.
So the bees, you have to train the bees themselves.
Just
Yeah,
train them
which
all,
is
they just
kinda
do what you
Which is
say.
crazy. Yeah, I think it's a manipulation, but she definitely trains them
Oh,
in the
fuck.
first place in order to. I think all of the
I'm
characters
too
that
lazy
have
for that.
manipulation of animals, they still connect. They have like a Nen connection with them
Yeah.
that they have to establish in order to keep it strong. So that
Yeah.
even when
Yeah.
she sends the
Okay.
bees off long distance, you know, with an order, the connection isn't severed by distance.
But I just,
Okay.
I if she's like an experienced hunter and she only has one beehive, therefore I assume that you can't control more than that, really.
Yeah, I can't control the
That's
world's
fine.
bees. Only probably bees
Which would
I
be cool,
can,
though.
that are near me, I suppose. I can make so much honey. I don't have a need for it, but it could be fun.
Straight to capitalism. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah. How can I
That's
monetize
like-
these bees?
I
Yeah.
can
A
make so
true-
much money off these bees.
I'm saying I can definitely be trusted with bee manipulation. And seeing as how I don't think I'm allergic to bee stings, I'm unlikely to kill myself by accident.
That's fair enough. I'm not. Bee stings aren't pleasant.
They're not.
So I'd probably say it's a gamble.
Gamble?
Because I also know how.
Personally, I
yeah.
would wage war with my bees on all of the wasps.
I think that means we probably can't trust you with them because
Yes.
where does it
Okay,
end?
that's fair enough.
Where
as
does
well.
it end? I'm saying it's a gamble.
I think it's a gamble.
Shaunark's black voice. Control someone with an antenna stuck into your victim and you use your phone to tell them what to do. And then there's also the autopilot mode where you program yourself with a task and then you relentlessly pursue that task until it's complete and you won't come out of the autopilot mode until it's done. Plus it makes you stronger if you do it. But you will, like, if your task is like write a novel, you will just be on autopilot until you fully write a novel.
Oh, so I can finally finish editing that video I filmed 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
But if someone tries to interrupt you, you
Yeah.
might murder them.
That's fine. Trust me.
But also, if you give yourself a stupidly long task, I don't know if you're going to be like eating and drinking throughout that time.
What if your task is live a good life? Wow.
Oh, that's deep.
Isn't that all of our tasks? Isn't that down to you, brother?
That's
How does my ability interpret that?
I think your ability would say that's on you and deactivate.
You have a good life for
Yeah,
10
that's a bit
seconds and you
too deep.
die.
He might just turn around and be like, "You are living a good life. Done."
Yeah, and then you just die instantly.
Believe in yourself. That's what
Yeah, there you go. You run out of Nen.
Oh yeah, that's also true. You would just run out of it then, I suppose, at some point.
True.
Your aura.
I
your
think,
aura
do you know what? I think this is probably one of the most powerful, and because they're criminals in the show, actually underused. You know, manipulating other people is one thing. He's able to do it very convincingly. Whereas we have Irumi's powers, which manipulate, but they turn into sort of zombies rather than like a with Black Voice, you could literally release the Epstein files. I think this power in terms of political power is one of the most powerful ones in the show because it's never used for that purpose. It's just used for a very sort of rudimentary crime.
That's kind of the spiders to a T, though, isn't it? It's like, let's just do it for this thing that we enjoy doing, not for any other reason.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. We could be trusted with Black Voice. I think that says a lot
Yeah.
about us that we think we can be trusted with the ability to manipulate other people. I've got Shizuku and her Nen Beast, Blinky, which is that Hoover which can suck up any non-living object. I think by definition, we can't actually kill people by using it unless we were to take it and beat someone to death with it. But like the ability itself,
You can
does kill
absolutely
someone.
beat someone's ass to death.
Yeah, as happens in the show. I'm fairly
I mean,
certain.
you could do it with. I could beat someone's death with a normal Hoover, right?
And then you can do things like hoover up poisons out of people. You could just like turn it on and just suck up all the dust out of a room. That'd be pretty sick. I mean, the domestic applications are incredible.
What if you know what? Think about it. You just go back to the COVID era. Hey, Blinky, suck up COVID.
No, well, it's living.
Done.
I think.
Well, it's what she no, but it's anything that she considers living. Or if you don't consider a virus to be living.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't she suck the
though.
blood out of a character? She sucks the blood out of the spider character.
She sucks the poison out.
You know the horrible spider? I don't think she sucks up his poison. I think he has different cuts on him and she sucks the blood out of him. And
I
that's
also
how
think
he
you're right, to be fair,
but his blood.
Yeah,
his
I
blood
think
living.
he's right.
His blood.
Blood isn't living exactly. But then by that frame, we could go into the thing of like, you could actually just.
You could suck the oxygen out of their lungs.
You could do that. You
Exactly.
could definitely do that. You could definitely do that.
But well, I mean, it's kind of random because you can just kill them and suck them off anyway. So.
But also has the ability of the last item can be like regurgitated. So you could have something in a little pocket dimension and then just like spit it out when you need it. But it's only the last thing.
Oh, mate, let me tell you, I absolutely 100% hunt down Dwayne Johnson's private gym and suck that up.
Just go to it. You just go to like 10 different gyms and take everything and then just have it in there.
Just portable gym. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, Blinky. There we go. There's a gym.
You want to do Jeff Shepard's science-based gym, his science lab?
Oh, shut up.
Will is right. Here we go. Her most dangerous technique, however, involves exsanguinating her opponents by having Blinky suck up their blood from any open wounds.
See, I would say that cells technically are living because they perform a function.
I think that it is referring to a full and complete living organism.
Are we saying a conscious organism?
Well, as we said, it's what she considers. So it's up to personal. And if you don't consider blood to be alive, then you can suck it up.
So it's not much of a restriction then if you just consider.
Well, no, also you can't do anything that's made of Nen either.
So if I was brain dead in hospital, but my heart was still beating, there's a good chance that Shizuku could just like suck up my entire body because in her eyes, she could be like, well, he's technically not alive.
Yeah, subjective. Yeah,
it's just subjective. That's the power of a subjective ability.
Subjective Nen abilities are fucking stupid.
Yes.
Wait till we get to therapy.
You probably shouldn't trust me with it, is what I'd put this one at.
You wouldn't want to be trusted with it.
I'd probably use it for nefarious deeds.
I would not, but that's fair. It's up to you two.
I agree. I think this one's a gamble.
I'll happily meet you at It's a Gamble. I've gone for Illumi, but I've gone for the body alteration ability. But you could just, you stick a bunch of needles in yourself and you can change your voice, your face, your height, your body type, all of that. It's extremely painful. But if you just lock in like Illumi, you probably aren't phased by it.
Once again, am I too much of a pussy to go through with it?
Well,
and potentially is the answer to that.
You can do it without the needles, but it doesn't last as long, right? It's like
I see.
You can do it without, and it's for a limited time. But that's not. It doesn't say whether or not that's painful. It might be that the fact you stick needles in you that's painful.
Yeah, get this power away from the look maxers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly.
I think it's one of those things where I wouldn't want to use it, so you could probably trust me with it.
Yeah, that's probably the same.
I think this one's a really complicated one. In my personal life, I don't really see myself using it. Similar to the manipulation one, other than manipulating people, for your body alteration for yourself, I don't think a needle's going to add a few inches to my height.
Will, you could stop going to the gym. You could just put them needles in you.
But why would I do that?
Craziest build because it's easier. But just in
Why
agony.
would I do that? Yeah, but see, you've got it the wrong way around. You want the end result without the journey, and this whole fucking anime is about the goddamn journey. I would say probably trust me with it.
Hisoka and Bungee Gum. And boy, his Nen has the properties of both rubber and gum.
Is the ability that bad on its own, or is it just the freak?
Are you okay?
I think it's
quick question.
I think it's the freak.
So, are we talking about Bungee Gum as an isolated Nen power, or are we looking at Hisoka's 2 powers with the less renowned texture surprise?
We are sticking purely to Bungee Gum in this scenario.
In that case, okay, cool. The amount of shit I would do with this power is unfathomable to normal human minds. I would use it so much for nothing important.
You know that scene in like one of the Spider-Man films where like whenever Spider-Man learns he can shoot webs and he's like getting objects from across the room? I think I would probably end up just doing that with Bungee Gum. Yeah.
That's me. Yeah. That's me. I would have clothes on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'd just be like, okay, I'm going to stick that clothes item to my body now and just put it on without having to do anything.
Like a Wallace and Gromit situation, like your automated living. You're just
exactly.
You
Bungee Gum just does everything for me.
Slide out of bed and everything is just like snaps onto you.
It's like really, really discounted telekinesis.
Spider-Man is a good example. Like it's like a metaphysical spider web you can shoot.
Yeah, but no one else can see it. Because it's
but what I think is important to keep in mind about Bungee Gum is that our human flesh would be the limiting factor here.
True.
Because if you wanted to swing like Spider-Man, yeah, you can Bungee Gum some shit out of your hand.
But
your shoulder is gone. Shoulder dislocated, hips are messed up, your ankle's broken. Yeah, you can piece it back together with Bungee Gum. That shit's gonna hurt though.
Yeah,
but
I can't live in a constant state of pain like Hisoka does. Yeah.
Alternatively, here's what I think I would use Bungee Gum for, especially as somebody who I've got like tendonitis and shit like that. I think that you could actually use Bungee Gum to reinforce your own flesh.
Yeah, I firmly believe that the ability on itself is trust me, bro. It's just the person behind it.
I think it's trust me, bro.
Where I was going with how I would use Bungee Gum is very different to Will. I was thinking of making like a suspended like loop from the ceiling and then just use Bungee Gum as a chair whenever I got tired. So trust me, bro, with Bungee Gum because we think we'd actually probably do good things with it.
or just non-nefarious things.
Okay, non-bad things. So neutral things.
Yeah.
We have Shiapoof and his ability Cocoon. You imbue you cocoon people, and then they pop out with Nen abilities, and they're also like half Chimera Ant hybrids. They're not loyal to you, they just exist. You just are bestowing people with the ability to be a Chimera Ant and also have a Nen powers.
Yeah.
I think you can trust me to maybe not use it. Like, although maybe I could like turn some people into Chimera Ants. Can I use it on myself?
That's a good question. No, because I think he can bestow Nen abilities on others, right?
Is it his choice what the ability is?
It seems to be kind of, from what I remember, it seems to be really underexplained for the sake of the plot.
So are we saying that then becoming a Chimera Ant in general just makes you more powerful? I mean, there are weak Chimera Ants out there, but compared to people, probably still quite strong.
Yeah. They're like the ultimate creature, right? Like,
yeah. In my opinion, honestly, I would put this in Trust Me, Bro, just because I wouldn't fucking touch it.
Where is this cocoon? It's coming out my butt, isn't it? Like, I'm shooting cocoon out my butt.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It was you're a silk producing butterfly, bro.
Yeah, so it's coming out my butt. Yeah. Kites and crazy slots. This is easy. You conjure a little stick with a clown on it that gives you a bunch of sass, and then a number is chosen between 1 to 9, and depending on the number is the weapon you get. And we have seen 3, but we only know what 2 of them do, and 1 is just suspected to be like some kind of reincarnation tool.
Clearly, this is Hikari's inspiration, so he's got to go at the top of any list, even if it's not relevant to ranking the character.
I almost threw my hands up to do like the Hikari dance. I'm not gonna. I almost did it.
Even though this isn't ranking characters, he's S tier, so he has to go at the top.
My vote is I will myself and everyone around me by accident or misuse.
Probably.
Agree.
However,
this power is so twisted.
You cannot choose the weapon, and the weapon won't disappear until it's used. So if you pull out a Glock, you got to use it. If you pull out that side, you have to do the death waltz. You have to do it. You have to just like slice everything around you for like 20, 50 meters. And if anyone's caught at that, they're dead.
The only safe way to use this power is to not use it.
100%.
Unfortunately, I like gambling, so I will be using it. If I have it, there's no way I'm not using it. The slot machine on pool.
And we don't know what 6 of these abilities are. Like we said, it could just be...
it could be amazing.
It could be incredible, or it could be your head explodes. And that's just a restriction. So yeah, I think I would probably end up offing myself and everyone else around me. Yeah. I reckon there's like a good 5 to 6 that I think on this list would result in us ourselves and everyone else around.
The Kai's the opposite, where he's like the first like normal fucking person we've had who just has a bonkers ability.
Yeah, he's quite chill. He's a chill guy. He's just like me.
I think that's the irony of Hunter x Hunter is that you actually get a lot of the evil characters with really neutral powers.
Yeah.
But then the main characters have super destructive powers.
And also your power has to be relevant to you. So you can choose to have like a really broken ability, but if it doesn't have some sort of like personal meaning to you, it's not going to be as strong. Deep Purple. This is Moral's ability. You just got to smoke a whole bunch, and all your smoke can be constructs. And you've got like over 200 different dolls at a time, and they can look like other people. They can report to you. They can do scouting. You can do the smoke prison thing. You could clone yourself like a shadow clone. They don't really hold up to much physical scrutiny from memory, but I mean, it's a pretty fun ability.
Have great applications.
It's pretty, like it's got great applications, and the range.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Pretty much unlimited, and they're also capable of speech and following commands. So, I mean, it's pretty sick.
Well, once again, how well could we use his ability? Because isn't half the reason he can use it is he's got some like
because he's got crazy aura reserve, crazy lung capacity. So I don't smoke. So I could maybe make.
I did.
I could make like when he only does like the small constructs. I reckon I could like make a rabbit-sized construct probably.
Yeah, not like a boat or something.
Yeah, no way. Unless I could do multiple. If I could just sit there and smoke continuously until I'd probably pass out.
But in general, I think it's the most flexible ability, which means that once again, like what we were saying for Bungee Gum, I kind of could just use it for anything and everything.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be anything bad because it doesn't seem to be.
100%.
So I think trust me, bro.
Yeah, this is 100% a trust me, bro. The flexibility of the powers. I mean, when you have to think about applications in real life, realistically, we're not fighting people.
No.
This would be used with like as a supportive role. So either things like, for example, I'm thinking about at my work, sometimes where you're suddenly short-staffed, pop a few fellas, little smokers, you know what I'm saying? And then they just go and do what you need to do. Alternative option, right? You're outside, it is pissing it down, right? Shelter, done.
Yeah.
Just a little shelter.
I agree with that. I think there's good applications, apart from the fact you have to smoke a lot, and I guess you would probably yourself over time, but you're looking at quite a few decades in the future, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. You'll probably be fine. I think, trust me, bro. Just trust me, like, to use it sparingly.
I would rather have a massive pipe, pardon my French, than a vape.
If it was a vape, because it's not smoke, it probably doesn't count anyway.
Because it's also it's Nen smoke, so it's not like it's tobacco, you know.
It's got to be
smoke.
It would have to be smoke. It can't be just steam.
If it's Nen smoke, if you're producing the smoke itself, it wouldn't be harmful to your body because you're creating it yourself. As someone who
I don't think
has shit lungs,
I don't know if he's creating smoke though. I think he's manipulating smoke. I think part of he exhales smoke and then he molds that smoke rather than.
I demand a fact check.
Okay, wait, here we go. So, Deep Purple, this ability allows Morel to manipulate his smoke as he sees fit. With the aid of his giant pipe, he produces great amounts of smoke, which he can then shape in countless constructs, such as ropes, grass, hoses, rafts, rabbits, Nen beasts, and even replicas of individuals fully capable of speech.
So it's real smoke. It's not Nen smoke.
Yeah, yes.
but here's the limitation is he has to use his big ass pipe.
I would.
Oh, here we go. Wait, so Morel uses an oversized tobacco pipe as the medium for his Nen abilities.
Oh. Right, it is real.
Victory taste.
Cancel the fact check. I don't like what I heard.
Republicans be like, this is Franklin's double machine gun. Your fingertips pop off, and out of those fingertips, you shoot Nen bullets. Franklin physically cut off his fingertips for whatever reason. I guess maybe it makes the ability stronger rather than just have his fingertips pop off with Nen and reattach. So he's missing fingertips and he just pops off the Nen fingertips and Nen bullets fly out. I think I would end up myself and everyone around me by accident.
I think I would do it by misuse.
Yeah, I don't think I'd kill myself. I'd kill everyone around me though.
What if you were really, and this is, James, you don't drink, but imagine you were intoxicated and like you went to scratch your head and you accidentally activated your ability to just blew your brains out.
Then I suppose, yeah, you would kill yourself.
Then
that's just, you deserve it.
Yeah, you probably do, but drunk people die from gun violence all the time.
It's also just a purely battle-related ability and nothing else.
There's no good application for this.
No, it's just like it's just a permanent gun, I mean, he cut off his fingertips.
It's the American self-insert.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Always armed. So good. Neferpito's Dr. Blythe, a giant doll that performs surgery. The surgery takes about an hour. It's connected to you, the user, and has a range of 20 meters. And you can only use that ability at a time. And obviously, you can't move from that 20-meter radius. You would have a hard time in real life justifying being a regular person using Dr. Blythe and not letting anyone know you can just do any surgery that's ever been thought of.
Why not?
You would have to, I think you'd have to become some sort of weird spiritual leader and be like, I can heal all.
I can cure you.
I can cure you of anything. Give me all your money.
Yes.
And by
you
that
would just become the new Jesus.
I genuinely think you would. I think you got to trust me, bro. I think you got to trust me. And that whole restriction.
Yeah, I'll be a Messiah in 20 years.
Yeah, the restriction of not being able to use another ability at the same time, that's fine. That's my only ability. So give me that Dr. Blythe. I know Neferpito's got other abilities and can manipulate people, but I thought Dr. Blythe was the most interesting one. I
mean, to be honest, it seems pretty established that Neferpito's intelligence of anatomy, like understanding of anatomy, is really good. I wonder if Dr. Blythe is limited to the user's knowledge of medicine.
Fuck, so you mean I've got to actually train to be a doctor? I can't just do surgeries.
So, because then if you go, oh, yeah, I can fix your leg, and then you call Dr. Blythe, and then Dr. Blythe goes, I don't know what I'm doing, but that looks like it goes there.
Attaches it somewhere else.
Yeah, because like we see her messing with, I forget his name, but
are you gonna go hard in on referring to Neferpito as a her? Because, could be a he, could be a they.
All right, it's an ant.
It is an ant.
It's an ant, it's. I know it's a he ant. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm out here trying to respect people's presentation. You know, you present like a cat. You're a pussy.
It's a cat.
You don't be a woke asshole or anything.
They are a cat ant.
Ants have it rough.
They're not even a cat. There's no establishment that they're a cat. I know they say nya, right? But
Yeah.
they don't even, other than the fact that they speak like a
cat
fucking
is and tail.
there's no actual establishment.
Dr. Blythe, I reckon you could trust me with that.
Yeah,
Come on,
trust me, bro.
Oh, we go for a full trust me, bro.
Full trust.
Kurapika, and I am not including any of the 5 chain abilities. I am strictly speaking about Emperor Time, where when your eyes turn scarlet, you become a specialist, use 100% of all Nen types, but every second you're in it, you shorten your lifespan by an hour. In the real world,
That's a win-win.
the most useless
Win-win.
ability of all time. And just shortening your life by an hour of every second you have it is not much of an ability. But
Well,
you can use all
here's
100%
my
Nen
counter
types.
argument.
I can't believe
Here's my counter argument.
There's a counter argument.
People are shortening their lives every single day with the habits and choices that they make.
So deep.
If you're telling me that I can actually
So deep.
counterbalance the loss of life with an increase in physical and or mental ability, the trade-off here is so much better than, like, you probably lose as much time from using Emperor Time for 5 minutes than you do from having a Big Mac.
Your Emperor Time for a minute, so that's 60 hours of your life gone. It adds up, is my point. Like, it adds up. All of a sudden, you've got a life expectancy of like 30. And that's if you're using that's if I was to use the ability now at the age of 27. I'm seeing this from a perspective of, there's a good chance that if I were able to activate Emperor Time and I make my eyes scarlet, what are the chances that I would like forget about it, go to bed, wake up, and I have like 5 minutes left to live?
That's on you.
That's an L.
It's a skill issue. It's a skill issue. I'm hard. I'm fully for I will kill myself when I want to around me by accidental misuse.
As an availability, as an option, it has a lot of use it has some real world application. I kind of agree with you that in my personal life, I would probably abuse it for absolutely nothing useful. But realistically, the red eyes is an emotional response. Do you really want to be able to use all kinds of Nen and really overpowered abilities every time you're a little annoyed?
I don't know what I would use it for. Yeah, that's the thing.
Because imagine you're trying to cross the road, somebody cuts you off. Oh, I'm pissed. Car is gone. People are dead. So I would vote, I'll probably kill myself and everyone around me by accident and or misuse.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm all for it. This is a nice ability. I think this is a good ability. I would like this ability, even though I'm not very musical. This is Melody's Enchanting music. You channel your aura into music, you play songs, and they have various effects. You can alleviate fatigue, you can cure minor illnesses, you can make people happy, sad, angry, and it can just work on as many people that can hear it as possible. I wouldn't use this for nefarious things, but I might go to like, I don't know. I might go to like a rally and just chill everyone out a little bit. Maybe chill out some people, you know?
I would work in a spa.
It seems like a pretty trust me, bro, ability.
I think you can trust me with enchanting music.
Same.
I'd probably just try and use it on myself to just chill out.
If anything, I just want to get her off the screen.
That's so rude. Poor Melody.
I know someone out there agrees with me.
This is Avangani's Exorcism. I've only put the one Nen Exorcist because Nen Exorcism is kind of confusing and depends on your way of doing an exorcism. But let's say you've got a Nen curse or a Nen ability that's lingering on you. What Avangane will do is a very specific ceremony. He summons a Nen beast, which will devour this curse. And depending on how terrible and awful the curse is the size of the Nen beast that attaches itself to you. And then that Nen beast stays on you until you manage to deactivate the original Nen curse. However, taking into account we've got post-mortem Nen, someone dying while still being cursed doesn't necessarily mean that the curse will go away. It might just make the curse more powerful. So that Nen beast, I'm assuming, could just get bigger if that person were to die. And not all Nen curses have a very obvious way of deactivating curses. You could, like Abigani, when he does, Genthru's, not Little Flower, but one of his bomb abilities, he takes that bomb and then that beast is just like wrapped around him and he has to wear like a hooded cloak because he's like, I've just got this awful thing draped across me. The good news is no one in the real world would see it because no one can just like view Nen beasts, I don't think, unless you've got Nen, unless it's visible.
That's pretty much my argument with it as well, is that the Nen beast is, it's not really established whether or not non-Nen users can see it.
Yeah, not us. We're Nen users. IRL.
Yeah, we're Nen users.
I use my Nen all the time. But also, we are living in the real world, and
I'm going to Nen right now.
I'm Nenning. We live in the real world where Nen doesn't exist, so it's pretty useless. So, I mean, I'm unlikely to myself with it by accident. So you can probably just trust me that I'm not going to go around using a Nen ability that has no purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I would also. I think it's almost
about this one better.
It falls into trust me, bro, just because of its lack of use. But at the same time, it seems like a pretty. There doesn't seem to be any potential downside aside from the fact that it's a little self-sacrificial. But
you would in HunterxHunter, like as an exorcist, you would obviously charge crazy amounts to be like, you know what I've got to do for this thing, right? Like I've got to have this guy just attached to me for like however long. I want to get paid.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid.
Until you hit them with the bomb out skamaita.
Exorcism, trust me, bro. Killua's Godspeed. I've kind of fucked this one a little bit because I've combined Whirlwind and the other thing, his other ability. Essentially, Ultra Instinct. Like you react to stimuli very quickly, but also you have enhanced speed, reflexes, and everything like that. Downside is you would have to have a very intimate relationship with electricity. But once you get over that, you are pretty OP, like pretty powerful. You could expel electricity, you could stun people. That's pretty sick. However, with all that electricity just running through my body, it's probably a good chance I'd accidentally kill myself and maybe some people nearby.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing to add to what you said. I agree.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
James?
I think, I mean, it's a great ability, but it comes at a heavy drawback to get that ability.
Yeah, I think I'd A train it and I'd just like turn someone into jelly by accident in the street if I used it. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd just like, oh shit.
I can't say I love being electrocuted personally.
No, me neither.
So,
I got zapped once as a kid. Not like as a punishment. Not like as a punishment. Nothing. I like a lamp fell down and I went to like I picked up a lamp that was on the floor and the bulb fell out and I just stuck my hand straight in like the outlet bit and I just got zapped. I remember it was weird. My arms were like shaking and I was like, what's happening? And then the power shorted out.
You see, not as a punishment. Imagine your parents like strapping like a 12-volt battery to you.
Or like the police. Like
stick fucking catheters on you.
Yeah, like but also like I'm visibly black and I've got my camera on, so I don't want someone to think maybe I've been tased by the police or something. I'm a good boy.
Fair enough.
Actually, guys, if you didn't know, Rufus used to be white until he got tased. He's just cooked.
Yeah. Cooked. I'm actually cooked. Genuinely cooked.
I will say a little bit of a lore drop. I actually did a really similar thing, but when we moved to our like second house in South Africa when I was like 2 years old, my parents did not have the chance to baby-proof the house just yet. Now, do me a favor and give it a good old Google of what a plug looks like in South Africa, a plug socket.
That
the one on the left of that picture.
Okay.
Those are quite wide. They're quite girthy holes.
Yeah, that's quite inviting.
They were girthy holes, and a 2-year-old me, upon being presented with the opportunity to shove as many of my limbs into this orifice, I thought, yes, this is it. This is it. This is the one.
You got
and
all
so
three.
on like day one.
Great haiku. Whatever haiku you write becomes real. However, we're going to take our own personal ability to write a haiku well into this. I could spend a good day coming up with like a good haiku, a moderately okay haiku. I immediately backtracked. A fine haiku, but to do what? Like the next day I wake up and like, I don't know, my room is really tidy. That's the haiku I'd probably do. I've got very limited imagination.
I would like to propose a quick challenge while we are all together here.
I am not writing a haiku. I'm not doing it.
What a pussy. What a pussy.
I'll do it.
It's 575.
English graduate.
575. A person who spent time in Japan versus English graduate. Let's go.
What am I doing it on?
Just give us a haiku, bro. Give us a haiku. Pretend you're in like Ghost of Tsushima and you've just found a nice spot and you're going to give us a lovely haiku.
Crumbs dance in the heat.
That's 6.
Crumbs dance in the heat. It's 5.
That's 5. Yep, that's 5. My bad.
Yeah. Patience hums through the glowing wires. Toast lifts. Triumph sung.
That was beautiful.
It's about making toast.
If you, all right, question. If you did that haiku, what the fuck is happening?
I'd make toast.
Toast. Toast would happen.
You just get toast.
Yeah, toast would happen.
All right. Well, here is my personal
any
haiku.
kind of condition.
Oh, here we go.
Take off your pants.
That's 4.
The world depends on it.
That is 4.
Otherwise, no, it's not. Take off your pants now.
Okay.
The world depends on it.
Oh, man.
It's 575.
Otherwise, you die.
Incredible stuff.
The world depends on it is 6 syllables.
Who won the haiku challenge?
Basically, it doesn't matter. As long as you consider the haiku to be of good quality, it will happen.
True. Yeah. It's a personal thing.
I think that was gold, personally.
It's a subjective ability again.
I mean, could he have just killed Meruem? That's the question. By just
I don't know. I think his aura would have to surpass Meruem's necessarily, like potentially to.
And it wasn't the show that he just was shit at doing haikus.
Yeah. That's his limiting factor, is that he's really bad at writing haikus, but he loves writing them. So
I think this one is a gamble because the applications of it are really powerful.
Yeah.
The thing is, okay, right. I put it in Trust Me Bro because I feel like there's no way to mess up because I'm not going to accidentally just be talking in haiku about stuff.
True. You have to write it down as well. Like, it has to be written down, this haiku.
Yeah, you have to write down the haiku, but there could be a sort of monkey's paw element to it if you write something with an intent. But there's like a side, you know.
I'm on the side of it being a gamble as well. I think I'm going to.
So I had the one.
That's not good.
You should. You should.
That is a haiku. Why do you sound like my diary? Have you been reading my diary? This is not good.
We're getting into the big boy territory now. Will, I would like you to describe to me how Hakoware works.
Oh, we have the absolutely scrumptious Knuckles is presented to us as a Yankee, as a delinquent.
Yep.
And for some reason has probably the most mathematics-heavy power of the show.
It's great. I love it for him.
Can you remind me the name of his ability?
Side note for editing Rufus.
Yeah.
When Will first said Knuckles,
I'm gonna have Knuckles.
Can you have Knuckles like creep in on the side of the screen with Invisible by Duran Duran playing?
Sure. Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Abbreviated version, because that was so in depth. Knuckle lands a punch on someone, and that summons APR. APR then constantly lends the opponent aura and adds interest over time. Any attack that you land loans more aura and more interest, and it also makes that person impervious to attacks. But it's also vice versa. When the aura borrowed exceeds the aura of the user, they go bankrupt, and APR becomes IRS. IRS follows you around for 30 days, forces you into Zetsu, and it basically means that you can't use Nen for 30 days. So
if I may offer an even simpler explanation.
Okay.
A plot device for Gon.
Yes, massively. Cool.
The most underpowered possible power when dealing with anyone stronger than you.
You can just wipe the deck by punching you.
Yeah, so that's why it was like, you could land, Knuckle could land APR on Meruem when they're invisible and undetectable, sure. However...
And then wait a decade, and then maybe he might be able to one-shot him back.
Well, he would still have to be within some sort of range before it disappears.
So, I mean,
the restrictions on this power are really immense, considering they're really only good for sort of bullying people beneath you.
Yeah, because if you get strong enough to do it, you're already the strongest person. You need to do
you can do really anyway, right? It's bully those weaker than you. So Hakoware, I think you can probably trust me with it.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not in the business of using those weaker than me. So
I'm gonna go ahead right now and say that Nove's ability of hide and seek, I would 100% accidentally kill myself with this one. Essentially, you open portals to a Nen dimension where you can just like sit in, store things, and to do that, you need to mark an opening and a closing on certain areas, or you can just like open it where you are if you're the user. Alternatively, you can open a portal between your hands, which you then wrap around an opponent and close it, separating whatever part you've just wrapped around from that person's body. So very offensive minded, but also you could just live in it if you really wanted to.
In this economy, trust me, bro.
No rent, insane.
Also, you just know that the dissociation is going to go crazy in there.
Yeah,
bro, you have a light 21 bedroom mansion.
It's like 7. I want to say it's like 7 floors. That's like, I've just pulled that number out.
21 rooms.
21
it's a 4-level mansion containing 21 rooms.
Yeah, so there's a lot of space. There's a lot of storage, you know. I've got a lot of
big old space. I
got a lot of stuff to store.
Remind me, how far can these can be really far apart anyway? Because he uses it to just spawn people in at some point.
Yeah, so as long as you touch the area you want, it's kind of like it's like the 4th Hokage. Like you could just mark out areas to teleport to at a later time, right? So you could, I think maybe you got to put down an opening and a close, but you could just, every time you put a location down, you could just step on that location and then just like vanish.
I'm slapping a portal down in Japan and just going back and forth for free.
Yeah. I want to use this. I'll live in it. It'd be great.
I do it to the gym because I hate walking to the gym.
Real.
How far is it from you, Rufus?
It's like, my gym is like 200 meters away.
You actually deserve
It's
You
like
deserve
real. It's like 200 meters
the
away.
death penalty.
He's being real, by the
I'm
way.
being
It's
so
like
real.
you can see it from his house.
Yeah, I'll send
Do
you.
you know what my commute is to my gym?
I'll map the location.
You
Bro,
just record it
200
to your
meters
wall.
is actually unacceptable.
It's
That's
so bad.
actually
It's
not a
next
joke.
door. It's next door.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
That's
Yeah,
actually a joke.
I would still want to just like teleport it. I've got social anxiety. Anyway, hide and seek.
Oh yeah, trust me, bro. I can't wait. I want it. I want it. I want it.
I would say trust me, bro. Yeah,
Really?
you've got the. I would probably only use the offensive side of this one on like mosquitoes.
Well,
But what if you catch something that's not a mosquito in it? Or you have to.
I mean, Scream is listed.
Yeah,
as a
but you know,
separate
like,
ability.
look. I think here's one of the things.
I combine the two, hide and seek and scream, because I think it's more fun.
You know, if I walk out and I step on a snail. That's it. That's the whole thought. Sorry.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
What if I went to the toilet?
Basically, what I'm trying to say is shit happens, right? If I went to slap a mosquito with my hand and I accidentally hit Rufus's jiggly ass, it's not my fault.
That I got an erection from doing that.
Okay, but like, say if you scream or hide and seek on it, and you separate my ass, there's just like a huge chunk of my ass missing, and I bleed out. I bleed to death. Or worse, I live. Or worse, I live, but I've got a huge hole in my like.
Listen, it's not intentional, so it still doesn't trust me, bro.
What the hell? You can't just say.
It's honestly, it's
Your Honor.
It's just the hand from JoJo's.
I'm just not going to use it. I'm not going to use Scream. So
yeah, the hand is very similar to Scream, but it's also very similar to, well, I guess, and also to Blinky, because Blinky, the dimension where Shizuku sucks everything up, she has no idea what that is. Shoot McMahon, Imprint Conversion. Basically, any pocket-sized three-dimensional object that you can like hold in your hand, you can turn it into like an imprint on your hand, and then you can just draw it out whenever you need it. So say you always forget your keys, you could just imprint Nen convert your keys into your hand and then just whip them out. Or if you don't like lines in your trousers, you could do it with your wallet.
It's a pretty fucking useful and doesn't need
day-to-day ability. Great.
It's pretty goated.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't use it for nefarious purposes, I'd put it in trust me, bro.
You have a knife. He's got a knife.
He's got a knife.
Just get your knife out.
Yeah,
I mean, we live in the UK. Everyone has a knife.
We live in the UK. Everyone has a knife. I have to put this in trust me, bro. I think it's in day-to-day.
She's like a useful fucking ability.
Use, I think it's great. Yeah, 100%.
I'd slap a protein shake in there.
Yeah, or just the shaker, but you bring it out and it stinks because you've had it imprint converted for like a full day, and there's like a little bit of milk in there, and you're like, ugh.
That's upsetting.
Yeah,
power ruined.
This is Baze, and her ability Instant Lover. She can manipulate any person that she kisses for 180 minutes. They fall completely in love with you and pretty much do whatever you ask. I'd make my wife love me again.
I think you have to always put this in shouldn't trust me.
James, you're such a kisser. You're such a ladies man.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, it sounds like what we've got going on anyway. So to be honest, it's a gamble.
It's a gamble. Okay, well, we can just roll the dice on it.
Well, I'm just saying, if I walked up to you right now and I just kissed you right on the mouth, and I said, "Go hit that kid in the face," you would say, "Okay, well, I'd love to."
Yeah.
Why'd you trumpet? Go punch that kid.
I don't know why. I don't know why it felt right for Trump to say that.
The reason why I'm saying it is no one can use this non-nefariously because I feel like even if you're a nice person, you still, like even just to test it out, misuse it.
Yeah.
Just kiss someone.
But like,
do whatever you say.
Because I think like you have to, it's likely you're going to use this on someone who wasn't expecting you to kiss them, right? Which means it's a light assault to just go up to someone and just kiss them.
Followed by mind control.
Yeah,
so
and then mind control. It's very, the ethics.
Ethically, there's no ethical use to this power.
Yeah.
It's either you're manipulating a loved one.
I think the gamble here is you kiss your loved one and then you might offhandedly say, "Oh, it'd be great if we did da-da-da-da-da." They will just feel compelled to do that for 180 minutes.
Yes, there is no ethical use of it at all.
With our limited ability to use Nen and the fact that we might just be turning it on and off without realizing it, I think 100% it's a gamble. Counter argument, here we go.
I kiss my girlfriend and I tell her to go see a fucking doctor.
Go to the doctors. Even I know.
She is trying.
Even I know that you need to go to the doctors. Maybe the dentist. That's not like a aesthetics thing.
I don't want to.
That was crazy.
I'm not shaming, but the last time I spoke to getting my teeth done, she was like, "Yeah, I've got holes all over the back of my teeth. I should probably go to a dentist." Go to a dentist.
She did go to a dentist and they ripped her tooth out badly.
No way. They put another one back in.
Nope.
Oh damn, Toothy.
I would personally say it should have been in probably shouldn't, trust me.
We're watching the video. There's no ethical use case for this ability.
No, I think this is, in this case, it's not really due to the user of the power, but the nature of the power. The power is used to manipulate, which we've already established is suspicious, but it's not like, with Black Voice, I don't particularly, if I'm in the street and then someone's like, all right, give us all your money, I'm not kissing him. You know what I mean? Like that's the only time where that would be a safe bet.
Come here.
And I'm not risking it. Give me all your money. Wait, give me them lips, boy.
But no. With the ability Jupiter, you can summon the planet Jupiter to crush someone to death, and you activate it through a little special song and dance. Assuming you could do the song and dance, absolutely 100% accidentally myself and everyone around me.
I don't think there's any vote for this. I think that's the objective position it takes.
I think that is actually objective. Yeah.
I think what this power bothers me even in world, because the implication of a planet spawning on Earth would just be earth shattering. There's no.
I've been saying this for ages. I completely agree. Does it have the same gravitational pull as Jupiter on Earth?
Also, for reference, Jupiter is 11 times bigger than the Earth.
That's what I mean. So even scaled down.
Yeah, for one, the Earth is dwarfed. The Earth would just, you spawn Jupiter, we're all gone.
We're thrown into space.
I think it's such a weird ability.
Because obviously Nen abilities have like some emotional connection to the user. He obviously just has like a love of Jupiter.
If I recall, it's pretty much just a religious background. It's just his people worship Jupiter, and therefore he summons Jupiter.
Absolutely, we would just crush ourselves to death and probably everyone on Earth. Again, through with Little Flower, you create explosions in your hands that can detonate upon touching a person or a thing. You have to have more aura protecting yourself and your hand than you do expelling, otherwise you will do damage to yourself. So there's like fine aura and Nen control involved in this. I am blowing off both my hands because I misjudge how much Nen I'm putting into this explosion versus how much I'm protecting myself with it. Like there's no way I'm not accidentally just blowing all my digits off.
I think that also the fact that it can only be used against other people, not inanimate objects, means that
can it not be used against inanimate objects? I feel like you can just...
It says he has to grab an opponent.
Oh, so it has to be used on people.
It employs his ability by grabbing hold of an opponent and triggering the explosion.
So there's no ethical use for this.
No.
Again, this is like this is exactly the same as a double machine gun. Like it's purely just damage.
I can think of a singular use for this that isn't outright evil. If you were what's it called? Like a medic, a war medic, a military medic.
I know where you're going to go with this. Yeah.
You could cauterize wounds. And I think that is the only use of this power that could actually be applied for good.
But in general, I think we can pretty safely say it goes in the bottom category.
Yeah, I think we blow off our hands.
And we move on.
We blow off our hands, we bleed to death, and we move on.
Bro, imagine you're jorking it. And you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna Nen!
This is Neon with lovely Ghostwriter. Now, this is one of those interesting abilities where Neon isn't aware that she has it, and throughout HunterxHunter it's kind of hinted at and explained that psychics and athletes, the reason why they're so good at what they do is because they have secret Nen abilities that they've just not been aware of this whole time. So Neon can predict the future through writing a poem. That poem is technically written by a Nen beast that appears, and to do it you need the full date of birth and blood type of the person, and you need to know that person's face. That way it's like Death Note rules, so you have to know someone's face when you write their name down, otherwise it doesn't work. And then the fortune is 4 to 5 lines, and each line represents the next week within 4 to 5 weeks. If I was to give Will a fortune and there were 3 lines on it, the implication there would be, Will, that you probably had 3 weeks left to live.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could very much trust me to use this power, because I would probably, you can't use it on yourself, I don't think, for a start. But I could use it on other people if people really wanted to know. And again, capitalism, I would monetize the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you think, I mean, this is going off on a tangent. Don't you think you would just get jorked? Not jorked, killed.
Or like locked up in a government basement somewhere and forced to churn out.
Well, you know, yeah, exactly. I mean, you make a prediction for someone. It reveals everything to know about.
Yeah.
Insert evil corporation, evil country, evil government.
Yep, 100%.
And then they go, well, this information is bad. You're gone.
I do agree with this, but that's not necessarily the ability killing me. That's other people using me to like.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think you can trust me 100%. Trust me, bro. I can use Lovely
Yeah.
Ghostwriter. Other people might seek me out
I
immediately.
mean, yeah, it's just kind of a glorified tarot card reader.
yeah,
basically.
but accurate.
It's kind of
real.
meh.
This is going to be particular, maybe a little contentious. This is Men Thuthu Yupi, or Yupi from now on, because I'm not doing that ever again.
Men Tutu
Yupi.
That exactly. Thank you so much, Will. Control your anatomy freely to do whatever you want to do with your body. That is Metamorphosis. Now, is Metamorphosis an ability that Yuppie gets as a result of being a chimera ant, and there's like some sort of crazy beast that he's been morphed with? Or is it a Nen ability? I had a struggle finding that out.
It's a transmutation ability, isn't it?
But it's potentially like one of those like crazy wild beast abilities that some animal has to like metamorphosis.
Yeah, the one thing about Yuppie is that he is the only chimera ant to not be molded with human DNA in him.
Yes, that's the one.
So I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind, is that because of his nature, he has no human in him.
Yep.
And so that's why there's sort of that ability to morph. So it is really unclear how much of it is Nen and how much is just wild beast. Or I think because he's mainly magical beast.
Beast, thank
Don't
you.
exist in real life.
Let's say you have the ability, though, to freely control all of your anatomy the same way Yuppie does. You have that ability. For this video, you have that ability. I think it's a gamble. I think it's an absolute gamble. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with anatomy, let alone my own anatomy, to like not accidentally do myself serious harm.
See, I have a pretty decent understanding of anatomy, human anatomy specifically, but like even just on a
he's a shagger, guys. That's just Will fucks. He's got intimate knowledge.
I don't even know what you mean by that. I don't even know what you mean by that. No, but like that's crazy. The human body, right? Like, because if you can metamorphosize yourself, the real idea here is like, what are you using it for? Because then you could, for example, become the best athlete of all time in every single division and just morph a little bit each time.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this one, I need to swim in this one.
Yeah.
Guess I have huge lats now.
Or you could like web your fingers and toes.
Yeah, but I feel like you'd be caught for that.
Yeah, but you could do it in the water and then undo it as soon as you get out.
Yeah, but they got cameras these days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I don't watch enough. Yeah, you could just explode your lungs to like twice, to just take up all the space in your body, just your lungs, just like that big.
Bong hits go crazy.
I think it's like useful. I think it's probably one of the better like personal abilities. Like you could do whatever you wanted. However, I don't know enough about myself to do it. I think it would be a gamble. James, break this because we got a trust me bro and it's a gamble. You break the tie.
It's a gamble.
You losers.
It's a gamble, ladies and gentlemen. It's a gamble.
But I'm just saying, listen. No, but hey, listen. Imagine when you get to like 35 and you've got ear hair and you can just go, nah.
Do you mean 35? I've got fucking ear and nose hair now. It's awful. I'm shaving.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting, you filthy boy.
I feel awful. It's so grim. It's so grim. I shaved it before this video, my nose hair. Machi, Nen Stitches. Turn your aura into threads, and then you can do whatever you can imagine with those threads. You know, so sew things and people together, or wrap people up and manipulate them like puppets. The strength of the thread is inverse to its length. So the shorter the thread, the stronger it is and the more it can hold.
I think personally for this one, it's a trust me, bro. I feel like there are more purely medical things that you could really achieve with this rather than who cares? You know, like most of the stuff that you could do with these stitches, you could do without.
Yeah, I have no idea what I would use these for, realistically.
No, I think, trust me, bro, for that.
Yeah, so I might, if I was to get like a really bad gash,
I'm just thinking, imagine
stitch it up. That's about it.
Yeah, if you fuck up a t-shirt you really like, cool, done, sorted.
True.
Aside from that, who really cares?
So I think it's a trust me, bro. Limited by our own ability to use it. This is 100% an accidental ourselves and everyone around us. Phaeton and Pain Packer, and I'm including Rising Sun in this as well. So you conjure a suit of armor that protects you from the sun, and then you summon a mini sun that burns everything in the nearby vicinity to ashes, and it's implied that the more damage you sustain before it, the hotter it burns. Also, you kind of like lose your mind and speak in a language that no one's ever heard before, and you come across as a complete psycho. So whilst you may not kill yourself 100% by activating this, you would kill everyone around you. It's like in the real world application, the most pointless ability other than maybe Emperor Time.
However, it is going in the show.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only not even a counter argument. The only thing I have to say is that I will kill myself and everyone around me by correct usage.
By using it for
That is
purposes.
That is absolutely the intended result. If
There's
you
no
use
other
this
result.
power.
Yeah.
It's just death.
Yeah. So using it for its full abilities and killing everyone around us. There we are. That's Pain Packer. Pacanoda with Psychometry. Read the memories of anyone you physically touch and ask a question to. So the question has to be relevant to what you're trying to ascertain. Essentially, people just cannot lie to you and they can't manipulate those memories because you are at the source, scooping up the sediment of pure, unfiltered memories, if I remember the anime correctly. Really good if you want to just be quite interrogative, because obviously people don't have to know that you can do that. But if you were to go up to your girlfriend, Will, put her hand on her shoulder and say, "Did you call the doctors today?" And she said, "Yeah," you would know she was lying instantly.
I'd know she was lying anyway.
Yeah, you know she was lying anyway. Because
I don't need this power for that.
I think it's like one of the most useful powers to have in real life. I think you could absolutely trust me with it because I would use it for its intended purposes and just find out everything I want to know about what people think about me. I have social anxiety.
See, and I hear that, and I think that's where I would say, like, full transparency. I think that this is a gamble because at the end of the day, everyone is entitled and has a right to their own privacy.
Damn, you're making me look like a real bad person right now.
And the invasion of that privacy
Oh dear.
is where I say it's a gamble. Because yes, the ability itself, you can trust me with it. I probably am not a bad person, probably, and therefore would not use this power with ill intent, but I would use it with will intent. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. He's got us. He got him. Hell yeah.
At the end of the day, though, I feel like if you are able to invade people's mind at a like you said, it's really at the core memory level. That's not something that people can consent to, because if they did, they would just tell you. And therefore, my vote is for it's a gamble because of the ethical side.
Do you know what? You swayed me. You absolutely swayed me to it's a gamble. I will 100% put that at it's a gamble. Maybe bordering on it, you probably shouldn't trust me with it because I would use it.
Also, just think about how drunk off of that kind of power you'd get.
Finks, Ripper Cyclotron. I want to give this a special shout out for perhaps having the best name. Ripper Cyclotron is the greatest ability name of all time.
It's pretty rock solid.
He definitely came up with this as like a child or something. Like this is something like a kid comes up with, like Ripper Cyclotron, because what the fuck does it mean with his ability? When your ability is to spin your arm in a clockwise direction to increase the aura in your fist and allow you to deliver a devastating punch. The more you wind it, the stronger you punch. But I think I wind my arms all the time when I'm warming up to do anything. So there's a good chance I would just like accidentally just like obviously like dap someone up and then like their fist disintegrates.
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan just explodes.
Ah, my good friend, I haven't seen you in years. Let me wind up my arm for this dap.
Ripper Cyclotron, for me, probably shouldn't trust me with it. I'm not a violent person. I don't go around punching things very often. But I do wind my arms a lot when I'm doing exercising and stuff.
Yeah, but you see, you don't go around punching people because you cannot blow holes in walls.
So you're telling me that as soon as I have the ability, I would then start punching people?
Do you think no?
I don't know.
Not necessarily people.
Yeah, things. Yeah, that's
but
true.
Like there would be a level of it where you'd be like, all right, well, this is so beyond what is naturally possible that I have to take advantage. Like if somebody's parked really badly, give it 3 little wind-ups, punch the car, and then park your car there. The CCTV is going to look fake.
I think maybe you still probably shouldn't trust me with something that destructive.
I agree.
But I don't think I'd accidentally kill anyone or myself. We're coming near to the end here, guys. I've gone with JaJanKen. Big punch, cutting blade, shoot a little ball of energy.
Personally speaking, it's a super simple ability. I would say trust me, bro, simply because this almost feels like it was just a nod to Dragon Ball. In my opinion. Because even, I think Goku uses JaJanKen, rock, paper, scissors in one of the later fights of the series.
He uses it within the first arc in the Pilar Saga against Yamcha. He punches him with a rock, he pokes him in the eyes with the scissors, and then he does something else. It's very funny. Paper, he might just like palm him in the chest.
Basically, Gon's power is once again very battle focused, so it'd be trust me, bro, because I'm not going to be punching people that hard that they blow up.
Well, you have to concentrate every single bit of those powers.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's no chance I'm going to activate.
ICBA.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered.
I think, to be fair, most of the enhancer's powers are very much just enhancing what you naturally have anyway.
Yeah.
So I think as far as like trustworthy Nen types, enhancers are also the trustworthy, straightforward type anyway. Or I say trustworthy, straightforward, simple-minded,
easy to decipher, maybe more so than trustworthy.
Yeah.
You just know what they're going to do. This is a really rogue one, but I thought that the activation conditions for this is very fun. Binault, scissor hands can cut someone's hair with your favorite scissors and eat it, and upon doing that, you learn everything you can physique related about that person. Very specific to wanting to find out that Biscuit Kruger is actually like 70 years old and built like a brick shithouse. The real world applications of this, if I saw my barber nibble on my hair after it had like fallen to the floor, I think I might write a very strongly worded review on that, like barber and never return.
That's it.
But at the same time, if they said, you might want to get that lump checked out, and I go, what lump? And they go, that lump, and it's something I wasn't even aware of, I might be like, that was good to know. But also, stop eating my hair, please.
Yeah, I as a barber, the applications would be career ending. However, as a party trick, pretty neat. If you think about it on a more social context, you go to like, or you could do, you know those people who do like street interviews?
Yeah.
And you could be like, all right, give me a piece of your hair and I will guess stuff about you. And they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The lowest of the lowest in terms of like,
the lowest of the scum, right? That type
low
of
hanging fruit.
But you could literally just be like, yeah, exactly. Drunk people, hey, you, give me your hair. I think you are. And they go, how did you know?
This many years old. And yeah, I think maybe you can trust me not to use this power because I don't want to get caught eating hair. Goreinu, you create a white and a black Nen gorilla beast. And the powers are, other than the fact they're gorillas, you can switch places at any time with the white gorilla, and the black gorilla can switch places with anyone you target. I mean, it's good for fucking around. It's kind of like it's just Todo's ability. It's just boogie woogie.
Thinking about this power in real life applications, it seems and again, it's ironic thing about HunterxHunter about the good coded characters having these really potentially evil powers. Because imagine the bank robberies you could have, right? Like you go into a bank alone. Now there's three of you. You swap with you just swap with one of them that's made it through, whatever, and then you get shot. You just fucking delete yourself or delete the alternative gorillas. Like there's no, but you think about it in day to day. It's like, what are you gonna do? It's like you want. I think this is a great power. I just thought of this. You could hold your position in a queue and go pee.
Okay, for that, trust me, bro, this is good.
That is actually the best use of that power, I reckon.
I kind of went sinister, and I thought you could put the black gorilla in like a busy street, and then you could just switch that with someone that you don't like, and they could get hit by a car.
Right. So nobody trusts Rufus with this power.
Yeah.
But also, I was thinking I could summon the white gorilla further ahead of me, and instead of walking to the gym, I could just continuously swap places with the gorilla in front of
my
me
god!
All the way to the front door.
So you would spawn a Nen gorilla to walk for you.
Yeah, but
slavery ended.
Instead of it carrying me, I can just switch places with it over and over and over again.
If it's an ability that lets Rufus walk 200 meters instantly, then he's there for
I'm just so lazy, bro.
He can
Can't
get
be
to the
bothered.
gym.
I'm so lazy.
Okay, well,
so tired.
in that case, we're gonna have to put this in. Probably trust me with it.
Probably trust me.
Bro, it's actually
it's not completely
ungrateful to have legs.
Yeah. Palm Siberia with Wink Blue. I've gone for the Chimera Ant version because her power is a little bit more explained, I feel like. Looking at someone with just your right eye, so cover your left, look at someone with your right eye. In the future, by covering your right eye and looking out of just your left, you will be able to see that person you spied initially wherever they are in the world at any time. And you can register up to 3 people. So potentially...
This just seems...
Potentially you could register up to 3, either loved ones or enemies, and you could just spy on them whenever you like.
Well, I was going to say, in real practicality, this just seems like a stalker's wet dream of an ability.
It is, right?
I mean, that is exactly what she is. On paper, you could find a way to make this ethically okay.
Yeah.
But I do agree that the privacy behind it.
Every ethical application of this can be solved with with the Find My on your iPhone. Like any app like that
that's true.
does it the same way, if not better, without invasion of privacy.
Can we be trusted with
and then
Wink
every
Blue?
other application is unethical. Was it?
Can we be trusted with this? Can we honestly be trusted with this?
I don't see a world where it's
not me.
It's I think it's one of those things where it's not even about intent anymore. It's genuinely just the ability is ethically questionable.
Yes. So therefore you probably shouldn't trust anyone with it. Same with Instant Lover, right? It's like it's too easy to misuse, even if you're a nice person.
I think we've done this pretty well. I'm quite happy with this. When I did this on my own, I think that I Will Kill Myself tier had maybe double the amount of abilities because I have no trust or faith in myself. And
well, as we learn, you don't. We know you don't. We're like, Will goes, oh yeah, we could. I could use the gorilla to hold my place in queue, and then Rufus just drops some fucking nefarious ass.
I
thing
would kill people.
Yeah.
But, okay.
I would use its ability to murder.
Hey, my bad. You got me.
I hope you're holding your hands up right now.
I am. All right. This has been the HunterxHunter ability tier list on whether or not we could be trusted with it. Thank you, Will, for coming. Thank you, James. If there is any interest in a part 2, maybe we'll do that.
Thank you very much, Rufus.
Where can we find you, Will?
You can find me on Instagram at Will Perwa or on YouTube at William Perwa. That's Perois. Spell it right or die.
James, where can we find you, James?
You can find me on other tier lists on this channel.
Give us your address now. Where can we find you, James?
My social security number. Here we go.
Yeah. Also, guys, thank you so much for coming. Bye.